Have you ever wondered why Turkey, a country straddling between Europe and Asia, holds such a strategic importance in global politics? Well, the answer lies in its unique geographical position. Nestled between East and West, Turkey serves as a crucial bridge connecting two major continents. This places it at the center of significant political, economic, and strategic alliances. As a country that dips its toes in both European and Asian waters, Turkey has become a melting pot of cultures and ideologies, making it a pivotal player in international relations. Its role in NATO further emphasizes its geopolitical significance. Being a member of this powerful military alliance not only strengthens Turkey's strategic position, but also influences its political decisions and relationships with other nations. So when we talk about Turkey, we're not just talking about a country, we're talking about a geopolitical powerhouse. This geopolitical significance sets the stage for Turkey's strategic alliances and relations. As we delve deeper, you'll see just how impactful this nation is on the global stage. Let's turn back the clock to the Cold War era, a critical period in shaping Turkey's alliances. This was a time of heightened global tensions, marked by an ideological standoff between the liberal democratic West and the communist East. In the midst of this, Turkey found itself in a unique position. Geographically, it sat at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, metaphorically bridging the divide between the East and the West. This made it a strategic asset for any alliance it chose to join. In the early years of the Cold War, Turkey decided to align itself with the West. In 1952, it became a member of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO. This was a significant step, signaling Turkey's commitment to the Western Bloc. Turkey's membership in NATO was not just a political statement, it held strategic importance as well. The country's location on the southern flank of the Soviet Union made it a crucial bulwark against potential Soviet aggression. In fact, Turkey's control of the Bosporus and Dardanelles Straits was a key factor in the containment strategy against the Soviets. However, this alignment was not without its tensions. Turkey's relationship with the Soviet Union was strained, to say the least. The Soviets viewed Turkey's alliance with the West as a direct threat, leading to several diplomatic standoffs. One of the most notable of these was the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962, during which Turkey found itself in the crosshairs of potential nuclear conflict. Despite these challenges, Turkey remained steadfast in its commitment to the West throughout the Cold War. This period marked a definitive shift in Turkey's geopolitical strategy, aligning it more closely with Western interests. The Cold War era shaped Turkey's Western-oriented alliances. But what happened when the global political climate started to change? With the end of the Cold War, Turkey found itself in a rapidly changing geopolitical landscape. The chessboard of international relations was being rearranged, and Turkey, always a strategic player, was quick to adapt. Let's delve into the intricacies of the post-Cold War era. As the bipolar world of the Cold War crumbled, regional powers began to rise, and the dynamics in the Middle East started to shift. Turkey, with its deep historical and cultural ties to the region, found itself in a unique position to shape and be shaped by these changes. One of the most significant shifts in Turkey's alliances was its growing relationship with Russia. After the disintegration of the Soviet Union, Russia emerged as a significant power in Eurasia. Turkey, seeking to build bridges and diversify its alliances, began to engage with Russia more closely. This was a marked shift from the Cold War era, when Turkey, as a NATO member, had considered Russia its primary threat. The relationship was not without its ups and downs, but both nations found common ground in their desire for a multipolar world and their shared interests in energy and regional security. Simultaneously, Turkey also started to forge closer ties with Iran. Despite their historical differences and competing interests in the Middle East, Turkey and Iran found commonalities in their shared desire for regional stability and their mutual suspicion of Western influence. This growing relationship, however, had implications for Turkey's relations with the West, particularly the United States and its NATO allies. Turkey's pivot towards Russia and Iran was viewed with suspicion and concern by its Western allies, leading to a period of tension and disagreement. Yet it's crucial to remember that in the high-stakes game of geopolitics, alliances are not always a zero-sum game. Turkey's adeptness at balancing its relationships showed that it could maintain its NATO membership while also cultivating relationships with powers often seen as adversarial to the West. The post-Cold War era saw Turkey diversifying its alliances, but what about the present day? As we move forward, we'll delve into Turkey's current alliances and relations, and how they shape the country's position in the world today. Fast forward to the present day, and Turkey's alliances and relations remain as complex and dynamic as ever. Firstly, let's address the elephant in the room: Turkey's increasingly tense relationship with the United States. A NATO ally since the 1950s, Turkey has recently been at loggerheads with the US over several issues. The purchase of Russian S-400 missile defense systems, disagreements over the Syrian conflict, and the US's support for Kurdish forces in Syria are among the key points of contention. Speaking of Russia, Turkey's relationship with this Eurasian giant is a fascinating study in realpolitik. While they've historically been rivals, recent years have seen a deepening of their strategic partnership. This is evident in their cooperation in Syria and in energy projects like the Turk Stream natural gas pipeline. However, their interests don't always align, particularly in the Caucasus and Central Asia, keeping this relationship in a delicate balance. On the other hand, Turkey's relations with the European Union are marked by a peculiar combination of cooperation and contention. While Turkey remains a candidate for EU membership, issues such as human rights concerns, democratic backsliding, and the Cyprus dispute have put a damper on its accession prospects. Moving eastwards, Turkey's ties with Iran are characterized by a mix of rivalry and cooperation. Shared concerns over Kurdish separatism have brought them together, but their contrasting positions in the Syrian and Yemeni conflicts highlight the complex nature of this relationship. The Syrian conflict in particular has had a profound impact on Turkey's foreign policy, shaping its relations with key players, including the US, Russia, and Iran. Turkey's involvement in Syria is driven by a combination of security concerns, especially regarding the Kurdish forces and its broader regional ambitions. In conclusion, Turkey's current alliances and relations are shaped by its unique geopolitical position at the crossroads of Europe and Asia. Its foreign policy is influenced by a mix of historical legacies, regional dynamics, and global trends. Turkey's current alliances reflect its unique geopolitical position and the complexities of the global political landscape. Looking ahead, what does the future hold for Turkey's strategic alliances and relations? This question is essential for understanding the shifting dynamics of global politics in the coming years. Turkey's future alliances are likely to be influenced by numerous factors. Geopolitical shifts, for instance, could reshape the landscape of alliances. The rise of new powers in regions like Asia and Africa could compel Turkey to reevaluate its partnerships and foster new relationships, bolstering its position on the global stage. Additionally, the evolving dynamics of power in the Middle East, a region where Turkey has traditionally held significant influence, could also impact its alliances. Regional conflicts, too, will undoubtedly play a role in shaping Turkey's future alliances. The ongoing tensions in Syria, Iraq, and the broader Middle East, as well as disputes in the Caucasus and Eastern Mediterranean, could shift Turkey's alliances as it seeks to protect its interests and maintain stability in its immediate neighborhood. Internal political changes in Turkey can also affect its future alliances. Changes in leadership, domestic policies, or political ideology could lead to a shift in Turkey's foreign policy objectives, impacting its alliances and relations. As we've seen in the past, internal politics can significantly influence a country's international relations. But let's not forget that alliances are not static. They evolve in response to changing global realities. As such, Turkey's alliances will need to be flexible, adaptable, and responsive to the shifting geopolitical landscape. Understanding these potential scenarios is vital for anyone interested in global politics. It allows us to anticipate changes, identify opportunities, and mitigate risks. Turkey, with its strategic location and significant regional influence, is a key player in this global game. Its alliances and relations are not just important for Turkey itself, but for the broader international community as well. As we continue to navigate the complexities of global politics, Turkey's strategic alliances and relations will undoubtedly continue to play a crucial role. The future of these alliances is uncertain, but one thing is clear: They will continue to shape and be shaped by the ever-evolving global political landscape.